This year at AirVenture, we got closer to fighters than we ever have. Engaged with the community and gave away some awesome stuff. Spoke on some amazing panels. And I checked out my check pilot.
So I'm gonna get to see Dave fly his first Cub, and it's gonna be a cartoon. All right, what do you think? You wanna go try land this thing? I guess I kinda have to, eh?
And flew a couple weird aircraft that could both be described as backwards. AirVenture is always awesome. Previous years, I've packed my schedule with crazy production plans and complicated logistics to capture amazing and immersive footage. So this is probably the craziest place I've ever rigged GoPros. The theme of this trip, however, was about catching the awesomeness spontaneously when it came up, because I couldn't book it due to other obligations. But man, did I not factor in how much help I'd have this year. More on that shortly, but for now, here's a montage of what was booked. This awesome lady was a large part of why we got to share some amazing things this year.
And we're getting closer to the air show. We've got our social media maven over here, Steph Stricklen, has rejoined us in the set, and we're bookended by a fellow who's doing a pretty good job in social media himself.
That was the first time I worked with Steph at Sun and Fun, but this year at Osh, it's several orders of magnitude bigger.
I can't believe we've got chops on our panel! Hey, high five! Thanks, man.
A lot of the things we got up to this year were largely thanks to her connections.
I'm somewhere between honored and terrified to be speaking in this venue. So we're miking up for the talk of the Peter in the Woods.
And you're with some pretty big guests here, so.
She knows everyone in aviation and does a really good job helping us through stuff like this.
You seem nervous. I'm nervous about this stuff. This is the biggest, craziest, like to be talking to this venue is freaking amazing.
I get nervous when, like the one we did with Nick, they didn't really tell us anything, and they're like, you guys just run it. And I'm like, I need so when you have a moderator and they ask questions, I'm like, I can answer questions, but going up there and just being like,
Yeah, and Steph is awesome.
We'll get back to some highlights from this panel later, but for now, here's one of the coolest things Steph made happen. She also hooked up my buddy from SuperAero.
And suddenly, a wild flight chops appeared. There he is, the man, the myth, and the legend. I'll have you guys know I was here first. Suck it, Chops. He's actually a really nice guy. Don't suck it.
Ryan produces some really fun stuff with SuperAero. Definitely check out his channel. And you definitely want to be following Steph Strickland on all the social platforms. I'll put her links in the description as well.
Oh man. Major United States Air Force, my call sign is LOCO, L-O-C-O.
I want to talk to you a little bit about flying the F-22 and in particular the capabilities of the aircraft.
So Steph and Ryan got some amazing coverage of this stuff, but for now, here's a little taste.
Some pretty special hardware, so we're gonna get to see these machines fire up and not shoot some certain things we're just told not to shoot, which I don't even think I can tell you what they are.
Top secret stuff.
Like legit, real
like
deal.
For real, like we're not gonna make it out of here if we shoot the wrong thing.
Yeah, so there's a certain point we have to put the camera down. So we're here at the Carbon Cup base camp, and because I'm a good friend, I'm sending Dave for a ride in the SS because he asked for the cartoon experience. This thing flies like a cartoon.
It will be a very, very simple airplane to fly, very honest airplane to fly. If you take it out and do some stalls with it, you can bring the nose up, you can watch the airspeed indicator go past 20, and it'll finally stall. And the minute it stalls, if you'll drop the nose just below the horizon and bring it right back up, it's recovered and it's climbing again, and it won't lose 50 feet.
And 20 knot stalls at what power setting are you doing that?
Oh, power off.
Oh, that's so slow. That is so slow.
So this is your first time flying a Cub, right?
First time flying a Cub. It's weird, but it's the first time. I've been adequately briefed by Chip here that it's going to be a bit of a cartoon character, I think. But
Yeah.
Chip, are you going along?
I'm gonna ride on this.
No, I'm gonna let him go.
Okay.
We're good.
I'm good with him.
I am too. We're done.
You guys know who Dave is, right? Yeah, okay. The only thing I'm concerned about is the local area, but Chip gave him a pretty good briefing. Good. So I think we're good.
Let's start rolling.
And that was red blinking? Yeah.
red blinking.
Awesome. All right, we'll be
y'all have fun.
0.5 or something.
Yeah.
And you've got electric trim in the back. If you want to fly and let him do something else, you can.
Yeah, that's cool. He's flying. I'm just going to be there for moral support.
Awesome.
Clear.
Are hot. You got me? I got you. This is unbelievable.
Well, your reputation precedes you.
Like
He knows. He watches the videos. He knows who you are.
he does know that.
Yeah.
Contact!
Yeah, if I can get out of my head about this thing, it really does feel like a pretty awesome airplane. Like, oh yeah, very smooth. It's awesome in the air.
And you got the briefing of the local area, right? Because
Yes,
I was
I did.
rigging.
There's a road to the south with the turbines near it.
Uh-huh.
That is the no-go Oshkosh area.
Uh-huh.
We're going northwest. We can't fly over the prison, but northwest is like just do whatever the hell you want.
Okay, look left in case there's somebody doing a crazy landing on a taxiway.
Yeah, I don't see any.
Gotta stick back, obviously.
Yeah, it's all the way back. One notch of flaps. Where's the trim?
Trim is electric on the top of the stick. Okay, and you can start a turn just so you don't go over the jail.
Yep.
Yeah, that angle of attack indicator is pretty aggressive. You don't need to worry about that. No, it doesn't really stall. It's actually pretty hard to make it feel unstable.
Oh god, shut up.
Well, yeah, you can't do anything about that. So just keep slowing her down. It'll get mushy, but it'll still give you pretty good authority.
46, 45. I'm all the way back on the stick. It's going 30.
Hickory, red Cub is left base for 36 Hickory.
Yeah, that's it. Not much of a thing, eh? Let's put some slow flight into her. This thing is pretty cool, dude.
Yeah, it's fun.
I think I can go slower than this.
Oh yeah, you sure can. What are you reading right now indicated?
35.
Yeah, it'll indicate 20. Now obviously that's like not right, because of the pitch of the
Yeah, it's
pedals.
so inaccurate, right?
But you can get the airspeed indicator to read almost nothing.
33, 32. And I'm climbing at like...
Hickory traffic, red 2 back taxiing in to the ramp.
So you can understand why these things are stole, right? I'm gonna do the CubCrafters Grand Slam hat trick thing. There's 3 of them, and I'm gonna fly them all. Yeah, so get her into cruise speed and just do some steep turns.
Okay. Checking to the left. Clear, height's good, area secure, engine's good, I'm all secure, you're secure.
Yep. And then when you roll it around, just play with like full deflection, like really enjoy how fast the roll rate is. Yeah, nice coordination, man. I didn't even feel myself slide.
That's why they pay me the no bucks. Plus minus 20 feet.
Not bad. All right, what do you think? You want to go try land this thing?
I guess I kind of have to, eh?
So you want to just do you want to try the back of the power curve approach, or do you want to just do a standard approach?
I'm just going to do a standard approach.
Okay, so just realize that it makes a lot of lift. So if you if you don't bring it slow like 50, you pretty much want to do 50.
Hickory 82 Charlie is inbound from the north for the left downwind 36. I'm just going to watch him on his profile there.
Yeah.
Because so they're keeping it inside of that.
Yeah, it's super tight, super low. See how low he is on base?
Yeah, it's super low.
Just keep it nice and slow here. And have you got all the flaps in?
Yeah.
Cub is back taxiing.
It feels so positive at 44, and it's just unbelievable. Someone else is back taxiing behind him too, so.
Yeah, that's the X-Cub. Okay, so call the go.
Hey, 2 Charlie Charlie's just gonna go around.
Thank you.
We don't need to be going any higher than this.
Nope. No, we do
At
not.
any point.
We do not.
Still in the white arc, so I'm just gonna leave the flaps in. Just gonna float around. This thing is the most comfortable low-speed airplane I've ever flown.
Oh yeah, it's bonkers. So just realize it is going to be hard to get it down if you're not really slow.
Yeah, oh, I gotcha.
Yeah. Okay, you got all the flaps are in?
Oh, your
All the
day
flaps
looks
are-
better than mine. That's for sure.
Okay. Yeah, see how fast we are still?
Yeah, we're gonna go around.
You go way slower.
I'm gonna go around.
Yeah, that's cool. I told you, man, you gotta be so slow. It's awesome.
Okay.
It's awesome. That's good, man. I knew that was gonna happen, but I wanted you to feel it. So that's the slowest you've ever tried to land something, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So it's a weird feeling. To have it right, you want the nose to be more up on the
Oh,
whole.
there was more. There was more flap. There was another notch.
That's why I kept asking you, do you have all the flaps in?
Now
you
I do.
So that's gonna be a big difference. Yeah, you want to feel that nose nice and high on the whole approach. Yeah, we should.
I'm not worried about that noise.
No, we should be hearing that the whole time. This feels better.
Yeah, this is gonna be good.
Okay, so when you get a little bit of sync,
yeah.
you might need to blip it.
Got it.
Okay.
Beautiful. I was doing like 48, and I'm like, are you gonna land today?
That's what I'm saying. Like when you were trying to, I'm like, do you want to do a normal approach? Because it's pretty hard to do, quote unquote, normal.
We'll see how this one goes, all right?
Yeah.
It's so confidence inspiring at low speed that it's disturbing.
Yeah. Well, so you can see why guys get in trouble, eh?
Oh, totally.
Yeah, just keep recording it. That's great.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah, you got it. That's your second landing. Awesome, buddy. All right, 1 notch is in?
Yep.
All right.
Elevator. There we go. Just did that. Oh, it's so easy. It's just money.
Yeah.
Dave did a couple more that were even better because Dave. But anyway, it was my turn to fly some crazy new hotness.
Gonna have fun, Steve?
Yep. Yeah, this is fun. This is weird. What's that? Yeah. What's that?
The wheelbarrow tire?
Yeah. What is that? Just wait till you use the brakes. And then you'll be like, that's that! Yeah, right? Exactly. So weird. So we're going to do that. We're going to hit some hard brakes. And be like, this is impossible. This is impossible.
Yeah, yes. And what we're going to try to do is like lock them up and do a little slide ski slide.
I'm up for that.
All right, cool.
And then if you want, down this little taxiway, you can kind of run it up to maybe 10 miles an hour and use the brakes and see how it feels. Okay, so let her get some speed here. Yeah, let it roll a little bit and then apply those brakes and see how it feels. Bam! Oh, that is weird. Isn't that trippy? Wow, it's just not something you can do normally. No, and it's super stable and it tracks straight. There you go. There you go. Beauty. Yeah. So weird. Isn't that crazy? That is crazy. It's so different. It is very different.
And just like Dave's flight, I edited out things like the run-up and so on. This is going to be all about focusing on landing with this weird landing gear and aggressive braking setup.
Very good. Now we're good. Now we're doing it right. Perfect. Yeah, no worries. What the hell happened there? No, that's just a hump in the runway. Holy shit. There's a huge hump right there that you just literally landed and launched off of. I was like, I hope those guys got a good shot of that.
I don't think that was intentional.
I don't think so. I don't know.
So we taxied over to ask the guys to move further down the runway to get a better shot for the next one.
So there's a big hump in the runway right there.
Kick ass. Yep, and then flare that shit and boom, and then brakes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is the shit. Full lock. I mean, I call that done if you're good. That's it, dude. That was a pretty good one. That was badass. That's fun. That is so, that's so fun. It's almost like it inspires this artificial confidence. It does. You can go get into something and do that. Yeah. Yeah, don't do that in other things. Do not do that in other tailwheel airplanes.
I gotta be honest, I saw the pictures and I was like, oh, what is that? It's a tailwheel, a nose wheel. But yeah, you gotta be brave, right? It's like Apple taking away the headset plug.
And you can convert it.
That was ridiculous.
But they called it brave.
As promised, here are a couple highlights from the Theater in the Woods panel.
Before your line, we're gonna line you up in order of mics since it doesn't matter, so they're easier in the
Welcome to Theater in the Woods.
We were talking about this earlier, Trent. Like, I'm a filmmaker, Trent's a filmmaker. I didn't want to be in front of the camera. My original plan was just to make Flight Chops POV thing about the experiential flying. I'm like, I don't want to be in it. I'm a behind the camera guy. But a buddy of mine is a director. He's like, look, if you want to be in YouTube, if you want to do it for real, you got to put the U in YouTube and suck it up. And what I get that comment from kids a lot saying, I want to be a YouTube star. How can I do that? It's like, you can't do it in that order. You got to have a thing that you care about that's real. And then if you want to put yourself out there, that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, and if I can add as an extension to that, I mean, authenticity came up a couple times there, and I can probably speak for all of us that we weren't doing this to try to be famous. If I'm honest, that's the byproduct I don't like. I like just being a regular guy that can go up and say hi to anyone. So I think having the right intention from the start, we all do something we love. We love making the videos. We love sharing them. If I had to give them one piece of advice, I'd say think of your audience and think of how you can provide something to them.
And like you were asking with your kids in the school, that's another part of social media you have to be aware of. When you put yourself out there, you're going to get backlash, but as long as you know that it's something that you are passionate about, you just keep going with it.
So I would see, I'm a relatively small channel since I started. Got to do some amazing things throughout my career, but this would probably top it because of the human interaction, like seeing little teeny kids know about DC-3s, know about the parts, and know what engines are on them and that kind of stuff. To me, trumps pretty much everything.
And then when we were there and it flew, I worked real hard to look at you and film you. I knew there was enough shots of that thing flying. I got you crying, nice close up. It was so awesome to see the energy and be able to tell that story. Like a lot of people.
So Flight Chops is rigging up cameras on the... Oh. That noise you hear is probably our friend. What is about to happen?
I'm gonna go try not to break another airplane that I've never flown before.
This is like a thing you do a lot.
A lot, but usually the other guy has more than no controls. Like, I mean, he's got a stick.
Come on now.
Okay, he's got a stick. He's got 1 out of 3 of the most important parts of the controls.
Well, we're all counting on you.
This is worthy of its own episode, but I'm waiting for some footage to be shared from the photo ship. We flew in formation while I was at the controls doing aerobatics. It was pretty awesome, so here's a taste. There's definitely a dedicated episode coming flying the aerobatics with Kyle in the Long Easy. I want to thank the sponsors and Patreon supporters for helping create this content. It's a ton of work, it's a lot of fun, and doing it directly by engaging with the community has been so rewarding. So thanks again for being a part of this thing, and until next time, keep your flight chops sharp.
Chip's gonna get a big hug.
That's unbelievable. And so like the first one was just a high pass.
Okay.
The second one was a genuine attempt, and I'm like, this is not happening.
I told you, the hardest thing about flying this airplane is slowing it down.
And I had to include this little Easter egg. I'm pretty sure that's Burt Rutan photobombing us.